The Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte Motor Speedway saw a furious Bubba Wallace confront Almirola and make stunning comments. As emotions rose, it became clear that both drivers had issues with on-track etiquette and attitudes. But beyond that, what were the key takeaways from Monday's race, and who is on the top of the current standings? Join us on NASCAR Zone as we explore the aftermath of this Monday's race, including confrontation, delving into the motives and emotions of the drivers. But before we dive into that, do subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. The Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte Motor Speedway was an exciting race for 23XI Racing. Bubba Wallace led the team's charge to an amazing P4 finish, which was a great result. His teammate Tyler Reddick didn't want to be outdone, so he raced through the field and took an impressive P5 spot. After fighting it out on the 1.5-mile-long track for 600 miles of high-speed racing, this powerful duo finished in the top 5 both times. But rain showers were a big problem for this marathon race, which was the biggest of the NASCAR Cup Series season. As rain fell from the sky, drivers and teams had to hide in the pit lane and wait calmly for the storm to pass. Unfortunately, it kept raining nonstop, so the event had to be moved to Monday. Even though the race was moved, the rain was still up to no good and caused a short delay during the run. Even though the weather was rough, something unexpected happened on Monday. In the middle of the race action, Bubba Wallace got into a fight with Almirola, which caught the attention of both fans and cameras. A fan in the stands was able to get a picture of the intense moment when Almirola hit Wallace after they got into a heated argument. Fans were very interested to find out why these two big teams were fighting. It turned out that the fight was caused by bad manners on the track, or rather, the lack of them. Both drivers were clearly unhappy with how the other was driving, and the racing styles clashed very hard. In an interview after the fight, Bubba Wallace explained,
Almirola said that you were cussing at him and that's why he shoved you. Is that accurate?
Just passionate, man. You know, we're racing hard for a second stage and we finished fourth, so it's a good day.
What sparked the conversation with the 10 though?
I don't know. We were trying to figure out how to finish fourth and we did it, so yeah, I guess we didn't.
Were you surprised at his reaction?
No, that's when you walk around with two faces, that's what you get.
During an interview, Almirola was able to talk about how he saw the fight and explain his side of the story.
I felt like I was giving Bubba a lot of room when we were racing around each other, and when he got by me, he shot me the bird, so I just went to go ask him why he shot me the bird, and he started mouthing off and cussing at me, and I told him I wasn't going to have that. So, yeah, disappointing. It's just, that's him. I know that.
Almirola seemed to say that there was no longer any bad blood between him and Bubba Wallace, but the driver for 23XI Racing stayed quiet and didn't say anything about their feud. People are still feeling tense, so they can't wait to see the number 10 Ford and the number 23 Toyota go head-to-head at the Worldwide Technology Raceway in the highly anticipated Enjoy Illinois 300. It's safe to say that everyone will be watching these two powerful opponents as they try to get around the track and deal with their feelings. But this was not all for the race. There are more takeaways from the NASCAR Cup Series race Coca-Cola 600. Ryan Blaney won the most recent NASCAR Cup Series race at Charlotte Motor Speedway. This was his first win of the season and his first win since August 2021, when he won at Daytona. Blaney showed off his incredible speed all day, showing that he was a force to be reckoned with no matter what time of day it was or how the track was. Even though the race had to start over several times near the end, he showed great perseverance and was able to beat a determined William Byron, giving him the much-desired win. Early on in the race, there was one thing that stood out. Once again, Stewart-Haas Racing, SHR, wasn't doing very well. The cars on the team seemed to be having trouble, and Kevin Harvick, who started on the front row, fell quickly through the field. It was hard for Almirola to stay in the top 30, and at one point BJ McLeod was even passing Chase Briscoe. But Harvick was able to get back on track, showing off his skills and even taking a lead at the start of Stage 3, as he usually does. Still, it's clear that SHR has trouble on middle tracks, and that the team has a lot of work to do if they want to get back to where they used to be. The most exciting part of the day happened near the end of Stage 2, when Denny Hamlin and Chase Elliott crashed into each other. In a strange turn of events, Elliott seemed to crash into Hamlin on purpose, stopping both of their races quickly. This was a tough situation for NASCAR to be in. If they wanted to be consistent, which hasn't always been their strong suit, they would have to think about not letting Elliott run in the next race. This choice would be similar to what they did last year when Kyle Larson and Bubba Wallace got into a similar fight. But if NASCAR decided not to suspend Elliott, it would have shown that they don't always do what they say they will do. But at last, NASCAR decided to suspend Elliott for one race. Such a choice would add to the idea that different rules apply to different drivers, which would make things even more confusing and controversial. Do you agree with it? Let us know in the comments section below, and be sure to hit the bell button and subscribe to our channel to get the latest updates. In the past, the Coca-Cola 600 hasn't been known for having races that are very exciting. Often, one car takes the lead for most of the race. But in the last few years, the game has changed completely. Last year's race had a lot of yellow periods, and it wasn't clear which car was the best. The race lasted longer than 5 hours, keeping fans on the edge of their seats with an exciting end. The same thing happened at this year's run. The changing sky and track temperatures made for a difficult situation, with cars slipping and sliding and luck changing all over the field. Also, there were a lot of caution times at the end of the race, which made it even more exciting. The race ended with a short shootout. Even though it has a long history, the Coca-Cola 600 continues to surprise and entertain. The second half of the regular season is well underway, and the race to get into the playoffs is heating up. Ryan Blaney joined the list of contenders when he won the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte, ending a run of 59 races without a win. Blaney moved up to 4th place in the rankings as a result of this victory, since he presently has the highest number of points among drivers who have only one victory to their credit so far this season. William Byron, on the other hand, has an incredible 3 victories under his belt at this point, and he continues to lead the group. His impressive performance as runner-up in the most recent race earned him crucial stage points, further enhancing his standing as a formidable challenger once the postseason proper gets off. As a result of their respective 2 victories, Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson have not moved from their current positions of 2nd and 3rd in the standings. The level of competition is getting more intense as there have been a total of 10 drivers who have achieved a win so far this season. On the other hand, there are certain drivers who have not yet tasted success in this season's competition. The current standings put Ross Chastain and Kevin Harvick a big distance ahead of the rest of the drivers in contention for the win. Brad Keselowski is 44 points behind Harvick and is closely followed by teammate Chris Buescher. The fact that Bubba Wallace has finished in the top 5 3 times in a row at Charlotte has helped him move up to the 15th position in the standings, which he holds at the moment. Alex Bowman, who has been sidelined for the previous 6 weeks due to an injury, is fighting to maintain his position in the 16th and final playoff slot. In spite of the fact that NASCAR has provided him the waiver, he and his teammate Chase Elliott will still need to win a race in order to guarantee their spots in the postseason for this season. The competition to see who will make the playoffs is going to be strong, and there will likely be many unexpected developments. In the next Cup Series race, we will see all the drivers competing at the Gateway to the West and Worldwide Technology Raceway in St. Louis for the Enjoy Illinois 300 on Sunday at 3:30 p.m. ET. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to see more of our videos on NASCAR updates. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.